Hey guys, you're welcome to this channel again. Please subscribe, share and like this video, and don't fail to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Yeah, as we know, Tyrese Gibson and Samantha Lee have been back and forth over child support in court, and Tyrese, that have not been arrested ever before, has been arrested due to child support, though released. And ever since, different kind of opinion have been trailing the internet, and a lot of people say something about this incident, and Tyrese himself have not rested. He's always complaining, and he says he's going to appeal the ruling of the raise of child support to over $10,000 with the child he shares with Samantha Lee. So guys, Dr. Umar Johnson hosted some people on his platform on a live video, and they had something to say. People, they had different opinions concerning child support payments. Some are of the opinion that child support has been used as a weapon by women, whose relationship had broken with a particular man. They use it to bring that man down. In other words, some women have weaponized child support just to destroy the man due to failed relationship. And others are like, no, that child support were meant for deadbeat fathers, and it should be a thing for men that fail to take responsibilities for their children. So guys, let me know what you think about these various or different opinions of these people or reactions to child support in the comment section.
I want to talk about the fact that they arrested my big brother Tyrese Gibson. And I believe, brothers and sisters, let me say this right now. I believe that Tyrese Gibson was arrested because he spoke out against Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party doing nothing for black people. I repeat, Tyrese Gibson, Hollywood actor and singer Tyrese Gibson, was arrested for speaking out against Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party not doing anything against black people. If he never spoke out against the Democratic machine, if he never spoke out against the Democratic plantation slaves, if he never spoke out against Joe Biden and Kamala Harris taking care of everybody except black people, Tyrese would have never been arrested. Let me read the story, brothers and sisters. Tyrese was arrested Monday morning. The singer was detained for unpaid child support, $73,000 for his 5-year-old daughter with ex-wife Samantha Lee. An hour later, Byron reported that the father of two miraculously found the money and was arranged for it to be paid. He will likely be home for dinner. TMZ corroborated the report, noting that Tyrese was set to pay $10,000 a month starting April of 2023. So this arrest was made because he held in contempt of court. Ahead of the arrest, Tyrese posted a series of photos of his two daughters, Shayla and Soraya. The love that a father can have for his children quite can't be explained. Whatever the outcome is today, I am and will forever be their father. Okay. Tyrese revealed that he might be arrested, claiming that Lee's legal team, Adam Gleekin and William Alexander, were besties with Judge Kevin Farmer, who presided over the case. All these names are very public knowledge because they are all very public. Judges and lawyers demanded that I come to court, cancel my press media for my 1992 movie and my new Beautiful Pain album interviews. The singer wrote in a since deleted post. He noted that he'd been appealing all of the Judge Farmer's rulings because he tried to get him thrown off the bench twice. This is also the judge who handled Tyrese's divorce from Lee. And in those proceedings, the singer accused the judge of collusion. So Tyrese, my brother, we standing with you. Hold your head. We hope that you win. Everything comes out right, but we have to do something about child support court. Black women, we know you need money to take care of the children when the relationship doesn't work out. Black women, we know you need money to take care of the children when the relationship doesn't work out. Black women, we know you need money to take care of the children when the relationship doesn't work out, but y'all have to stop weaponizing child support against black men. Stop trying to destroy black men over child support. I want to do a couple tap-ins for child support. Do I have any black men or women who want to speak on child support? I don't have a lot of time. I got to get ready for my interview. Who wants to speak on child support one time? Who wants to tap in and speak on child support? Only child support. Do I have any brothers who want to speak on the weaponization of child support against black men? Tap in right now. Tap in. Do I have any sisters who want to speak on the weaponization of child support against black men? Tap in right now. Tap in right now. The Sarata going twice. Sister Sarata going 3 times. Where you at, Sarata? You pulling up or not, chocolate beautiful queen? Are you pulling up? I gotta see you. There you go. How you doing, beautiful?
Hello,
Where you
I'm
based
good.
at, Sister Sarata? Where you at?
I'm in San Francisco,
San
California.
Fran. So you're a few hours from me. All right. What is your
Mhm.
take on this child support piece, Tyrese? They wanted Tyrese to cancel his interview for his new movie, his new album. He said he couldn't do that. He also judge is friends with his ex-wife's lawyers. What is your opinion on child support? Are black women taking it too far, or do black men just not want to be responsible? What is your opinion?
So yeah, my take on it is it's just ridiculous, especially if you have a black man who's in his child's life. It's like that's really for somebody who's a deadbeat. So if you know your child who is Tyrese who's known to be active in your child's life, why are you asking for that 10K when he's already there implementing as a father? I grew up with a single father, and my mom still had my dad on child support, and I saw my dad more than I saw my mom, and she was getting money. So it's really, really corrupt system that really goes back to dates of like, the broken black family system to really just detach black fathers. And so what I say is like, just make sure if you're not going to be in a relationship with this person, at least some things are written down in place to make sure if the union doesn't work out, the woman's not coming back at you for money. Because a lot of time it's for upsetness because the relationship didn't work out or so on.
So you
But I
said
just
it's
think it's
really
unacceptable.
a revenge debt. That's what it really is.
Correct. Yeah. Because you wasn't asking him for money when the relationship was good. You guys were with the child, all giddy, but now the relationship end and it's like, okay, I understand there needs to be accountability help, but if he's active as a father, he's gonna be active paying diapers or whatever else.
Do you think black women are assertive enough in holding other black women accountable for trying to destroy men over child support when they know it's not about money, it's more about revenge? Do you think black women do enough to hold other black women accountable?
Not enough. Not enough. They'll be like, oh, okay, you getting money from your baby daddy? Okay, good. Let's go out. Let's go shopping. Like the money is on purposes for your child, not for yourself. So I don't think we hold them accountable to sisters who are like using it as a pity form at all.
Thank you for tapping in, gorgeous queen. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Be blessed, mama. Who tapping in? We talking about child support. Who tapping in? If you for child support, if you against child support, talk to me, family. Talk to me. We tapping in on child support. Where you at, my queen? Tap on in. Going once, tap on in. Going twice. Where you at, lovely? The real estate queen. Where you at?
Hi,
All
Dr.
right. How you
Umar. How are
doing? Where you
you?
at, beautiful? Where you at?
I'm in Jersey. I'm
What
in
part of Jersey?
Paterson, New
So
Jersey.
you need to
I,
come to the source of knowledge on Sunday for the
yes,
Black Book giveaway.
you know what? I just told my husband that, but I'm 30 weeks pregnant, so I can't
Oh,
really go.
congratulations. You might can't come. You might
Yeah,
have that
so
baby at the bookstore. We might got to lay you out over the books, my sister.
right, right.
What's your
So I spoke to
take on
you
the
like,
child support thing, my queen?
so yes, I have actually two children before prior to this one.
Yeah.
Yes. So I feel like in regards to child support, I feel like some black men just does not want to take accountability after the relationship is over. Like I gave both of my baby fathers um leeway. Like I really asked them like, okay, since you're not in the household anymore, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna, take care of this? And I'm very successful. I am a real estate agent. And sometimes I feel like that is a bad thing and a good thing, because obviously I can support the children and they know that, but also it's like, okay, well, you can support the children, why do you need my money, or why do I still have to pay for certain things. So it's a hardship, and it's really sad, but
Now,
it's
what
a
about the
hardship.
other side? Because I do hear you when you say that sometimes when men can no longer be with the woman, or they don't like the way the relationship broke up, they'll try to punish the woman by not financially supporting the child. What about when the man is financially supporting the child, or spends more time with the children than the mother, and child support becomes a tool of revenge and punishment against the man by the woman? In your experience with all the Black women you know and have heard about, which one do you think is the primary issue? Is it men not wanting to be responsible financially, or is it women trying to punish good fathers for no longer wanting to be with them?
I feel like honestly it's a little bit of
Okay.
both, because it all
Okay.
depends on that specific relationship and how that actually went. Like, I only could speak for myself. Like, my first relationship, it was more of, it was more of, okay, you're gonna help or you're not gonna help, and it was like, no, they're not helping at all. The second one, he's very responsive, but he's not. I can really say that he's not reliable. So he needed to be on child support to be forced to do something, because it was a reliability factor. With other women, sometimes, yes, they do that. They are bitter when they see someone else with the person that they really loved and they wanted to be with, and it was more like as a contact factor. But with my friends, honestly, we're all are successful, and it doesn't play out that way. It plays out more of, well, why we have to do this if you have it all set up. So that's
Okay.
what I'm dealing with.
Got you. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for that wisdom.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate it.
much. I'll see you on
Boy,
Sunday, or have my husband go.
do we
Love
know if it's a
you.
boy or?
It's another king. I got 3 kings, Dr. Umar.
Oh man, so you're a
And
kingmaker.
and yeah, and let me tell you something. I'm actually deliberating. We want to move to Delaware,
Okay.
for your school. So when
They
the
might be
school
coming to my
opens,
school then. Yeah.
they're gonna come to your school. Not might.
Yes,
They're gonna
yes,
come. So
ma'am.
I'm
Yes,
waiting
ma'am.
for
We
everything to
ready. We
come
ready.
in. All right. Thank you so
Wait.
much.
All right now. Y'all heard that, my beautiful African sisters? Have your sons and move to Delaware. Have your African kings and bring them to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy in Wilmington, Delaware, brothers and sisters. Who tapping in? Who tapping in? Mimi, where you at, Mimi?
Hi,
Show me
Dr.
that beautiful
Umar.
face, Mimi. Where you at, Mimi? What's
I'm
it?
right here. I'm leaving out the. I know we was on the line not too long ago, but it got disconnected.
Okay. Well, Chicago, right, Mimi?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you around Chicago.
Okay. What's we talking about child support. What's your think on child support? Are Black women using child support to punish the fathers, or are fathers just not trying to be responsible financially? Because Tyrese got locked up for not paying his child support.
Yeah, I did see a clip of the Tyrese
But he
interview.
paid it though. He paid it. He got right out. He's a responsible father. But they tried to make him miss his interviews for his new movie and
Yeah,
his new
but
music. They tried to
it's a little both for the child support, because I do see girls that pretty much want to put the guys on the child support because they may be considered jealous or whatever, like if the guy moving on.
Okay.
And then it's also, so they do it out of malicious intent, and then they also do it because the guys, because it's a lot of guys here in Chicago, they don't like to take care of their kids.
Why you say that?
They don't like
Nah,
to
my
take care of their
Chicago
kids.
brothers, they pay their child support. Cut it out.
No, I promise you they don't. Chicago people is different from the other people in the world. I promise you. It's like
You said
everybody is,
Chicago is his own country, huh?
it's
I
its
love
own country, it's its own
Chicago.
world. Like,
Chicago made me
I
famous.
like Chicago. I like Chicago too, because when I get away from Chicago, I get homesick. But Chicago is its own world, like, and it's bad out here. Like, I got PTSD real bad. I even had to start seeing a counselor.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for
So,
tapping in, my queen. I'm gonna get ready to run. Thank you for that wisdom.
okay,
Okay, babe.
back.
Tap season. We got two more tap ins. Have your When you have your sons move to Delaware so they can come to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We're my Chicago Africans. I ride with Chicago. September 18th is my 14th-year anniversary. I blew up from Chicago. I am Chicago's favorite adoptive son. Yassa Senegalese, I'm in the building. Harold Washington Center, I'm in the building. Such a gem going once. Such a gem going twice. Such a gem. Where you at, such a gem? Where you at, my queen? Hey, beautiful.
Hello.
Love the natural hair. Where you at in the
Oh,
world?
thank you. In New York.
New York City. Yes, indeed.
Yes,
What's
traveling
your
to
take on the
school. Y'all gonna see the bus in the background, correct?
what's going on with the child support crisis in New York? Are sisters trying to punish men for not wanting to be with them, or our brothers just don't want to take care of their children? Where you at on the child support crisis?
I honestly feel like it's trying to punish them because I don't know. I feel like on a grand scale of things, number one, I feel like women should wait to even have kids until you're married. So the fact that we're doing all of this without marriage is already a red flag. That's one. Two, I think it's this new hip hop society, whatever, that's like making it seem like baby mothers, baby fathers, like this is the new thing, like it's a wave. And I feel like that's really brainwashing. And then you have like the sexy red talk about put them on child support or whatever. It's like it's all just I just feel like it's all wrong, to be honest. Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. Do you think we would ever be able to create our own child support system in the black community without having to go to white government? Do you think that's something that's possible?
Ideally, I do, right? But here's the thing. I feel like you would need to get all black people together to band together, right? And it's like, how do we get them to go to that stage? I'm not too sure. But ideally, I mean, yeah, I mean, that would be great. But I don't know. I feel like it is weaponizing. I feel like it's also a form of way to keep the black men down, to emasculate them. And I don't know where we go from here.
I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the wisdom, my
No
queen. Be careful out there.
problem.
All right,
Thank you, you too.
one love. We have too many black women out here for brothers to be bunny hopping. We have too many black women out here for brothers to be bunny hopping. We have too many beautiful black women out here for brothers to be bunny hopping. Who tapping in? I got one more tap in, one or two more tap ins, and then I got to go link with my man Nick Cannon. One or two more tap ins. Sister Nicole going once. Sister Nicole going twice. Sister Nicole going three times. How you doing, beautiful Sister Nicole? Where you
I'm
at in the
good.
world?
I'm good. I'm in the DMV in
You say
Maryland.
that again?
In the
Oh,
DMV
the
in Maryland.
DMV. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
indeed. What's your take on
So
child support wars? Are black women just being too thirsty for money, greedy? They want to punish the men for not being with them, or black men trying to punish the women by not paying, and they just don't want to be accountable? Where you at on this?
I think there's a mixture of both. I disagree with the last sister who said marriage is the answer because I was married. I had 3 children in my marriage. And when we got divorced, I didn't go after child support because I did not want this system, all of that, to have to tell us how to raise our kids. That was a strong conviction for me. And it was used against me. I've definitely regretted it because the struggle has been real for me with 3 post marriage, post divorce. And so I think there's a group that fits the narrative that's been said to this point, but I don't think that's all of us. There are some who genuinely want to work together and raise our kids and do what we should, even if the marriage or the relationship didn't work. And you don't always get buy-in to that. And if you don't, then you're forced to go that route, which is something to this moment I don't want to do because I don't feel like it's needed. I don't want the system to have to tell us what to do with our children and how to be responsible. It's not needed. It shouldn't be needed, but in some cases it is. You don't have women out here that are all of us that are trying to, use the system to keep our brothers down. That's not the case for
Let
all of
me ask
us.
you a question, Queen, because you decided not to go the child support route,
Right,
but you could have.
right.
In your experience with our Black women, why was it different for you? Because a lot of sisters, I was in child support. I'm currently paying child support for my 13-year-old beautiful daughter. My eldest is 22, so that child support discontinued a few years ago. But I paid for her since she was 6 months old, maybe 3 months old. Her mother took me immediately because she wanted me to marry her. And when I didn't marry her, child support became the punishment.
Wow.
Uh, why were you different? What is it about a lot of sisters who they run straight to child support as a means of trying to punish the men? The ones who do, some have to go because the men
Right,
are not being responsible. That wasn't my problem. I was taking care of my children. I was put on child support because I didn't marry the mother.
right.
What made you different? Like, what is something men should look for when we're dating women that let us know that if this don't work out, she may try to punish you with child support?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with where they come from. I think vetting a partner has a lot to do with where they come from. Meet their
Hmm.
parents, find out about their story. I grew up in a single parent household. My mother and father were college sweethearts. They got divorced when I was very young. My mother remarried when I was 5. So I watched how my mother navigated my situation with her ex-husband, my father. And so that was a very important blueprint for me in terms of doing your best. And not that they were perfect at it, but doing your best to work together so that it didn't require going that route. Okay. And it wasn't always successful, but I think that was a really important part of my perspective, right? Was what I saw. Now, the opposite can equally be true. You can have someone that came from a horrible, traumatic, toxic environment and make the choice to have the opposite because of the effects that had on them. So it's one of those things where finding out the history, I believe, is a really big part of adequately vetting a partner, finding out where they came from, what kind of environment they were raised in, what type of values that produced in them, and as a result, what do they want in their parenting journey? And asking the questions: if we get married and it doesn't work out, then what? Nobody gets married with the intention to get divorced, but it happens. The statistics are wildly accurate, more than half, right? So then having the conversation about where did you come from? How did that affect you? What do you want futuristically? And the what ifs. If this doesn't work, what's the plan? If we are equally committed to the children that we bring into this world, regardless of how our relationship may twist and turn, right? And of course, all this is hypothetical, but I think a lot of these conversations aren't being had prior to marriage or prior to non-marriage that is sexual, right? Either way, they're very important discussions that I don't think we're having so that we're going in blind. And then if you're dealing with someone who already has children, that is your blueprint. And women
Mm,
do this all the
mm,
time. It
mm.
blows my mind how women will believe whatever story because we're just so desperate to have a man that you're not vetting. If you want a part of the breakup of that relationship, you need to sit down with that woman and ask, what type of father is he? Right? What type of relationship do you have with him as a co-parent? Not anything romantic, assuming the integrity of that is intact and you guys are done. You're co-parenting. What does that look like? Because if that is not intact, and then you go and have a kid with him and expect things to be different, then who was really bamboozled here? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't put all that on the men. Like, we have a lot of responsibility as women. And again, you talked about this earlier. Are we holding one another responsible? The answer to that in large part
Let me
is no. And it isn't just
ask you a
about
question.
child support either.
Great. Let me ask you this before I let you go, my queen. Some brothers argue the reason why they're going to the snow bunnies is because if it don't work out, the snow bunnies are less likely to put them on child support. They're not as vindictive
Mm,
as Black women if the relationship doesn't work. Uh, do you agree with that? Is that necessarily true? Do you think white women take it a little easier on the brothers who are not at the top of the pay
right.
chain, or is that just an excuse to snow bunny hop?
I think both. I think it's definitely an excuse for the bunny hopping. I don't. I think
Okay.
the laundry list of those is forever, right? The excuses. But I do think there's some merit to that argument. But in order for us to give merit, we have to talk about why. White women are not exposed to the type of trauma we are. White women don't know what it's like. Most of them were born into the privilege of being white and female. So the idea of needing a court system
to make your partner, your ex-husband, your boyfriend, whoever he is, show up for your children conceptually is foreign to most white women. So that's not something that they're running towards because that's not a part of their struggle. So I don't believe to have that conversation in part without the backstory, right? The type of trauma that most of us come from, the fact that most of us come from single family backgrounds, right? We watched our mothers struggle. Most of us, not most, the statistics are high of those of us that did not come from two-parent environments. So we've already got a predisposure, right, to the struggle that's involved. If you saw your mom struggle as a single parent, then if you have a baby with someone who you think might not be a good dad, running to child support as your safety net, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying there's a backstory involved in that that is not the story of our white counterparts. It's just not. So to have that discussion without talking about all the pieces is just not fair because they're not up for the struggle we are. And most of them, if the men don't come through, they have dads, they have moms, they have family support.
They don't
That
have to depend on them
there we
because they have
go.
that financial
There
network. Good point.
we go. The
That
people
is
that
a
have
great.
come through for me in my post-divorce journey are my parents. My mom, my
Mm,
dad have had to do a lot for me and for my children, and they shouldn't have had to, but I'm an anomaly in that respect, right? Most of the women I know that have the single parent experience don't have parents that either can or some of them, their parents are already gone, right? So they're not in a position like the village concept that most white people come from. Most of us don't come from
well,
that, right? So that's another part of it too, as to why the child support system is sometimes utilized. And I'm not an advocate for it because I know some really good fathers who've been taken extreme advantage of by it. But
well,
again, I'm on the opposite end. I didn't do it, and I was definitely
got,
taken advantage of
got
for
you.
that.
Thank you for that, my queen. Great
You're
wisdom.
welcome.
Great wisdom.
You're
Be
welcome. Thank you,
all
Dr.
right,
Umar.
mama. Take
Bye.
care. All right. I'm going to end with a brother. Brothers tap in. I need a strong brother. I hope we don't get no Negro. We need somebody who could break this down. Black man, where y'all at? Black man, where y'all at? Let me go to pure vibes only. Let me see if pure vibes can represent for the unapologetically African alpha male anti-snow bunny kingdom. Pure vibes,
Yo,
how you doing, my brother?
what's going on, Doc? How you feeling?
Where you at in the world?
Baltimore, Maryland, what's going on?
Baltimore, Maryland. Shout out to the DMV. My brother, you're going to be the last person because I got to get ready for the
Okay,
canon interview. You heard from the
okay.
sisters. My question to you, as it was to them, are black men irresponsible and they don't want to financially man up for the kids, so the women got to take them to court, or are black women using child support as a weapon against black men who left them in the relationship? So is
Uh,
this about revenge for
okay.
the woman, or is this about a lack of responsibility for the men? Where you stand at?
I think it's a duality. I think it's a little bit of both. I know a lot of females who kind of take advantage of a lot of guys. But I know a lot of guys who I literally have to call the ski mask gang and be like, yo, you not taking care of your kids. Literally, I know this one dude who I work with, he hasn't seen his kids in 6 years. He's 25. And
Mm.
it's ridiculous.
You
It's
sure
very
the mother is
ridiculous.
keeping him away, right?
Yeah. No,
Okay,
the mother, I talk to the mother all the time. She want him. He just don't care.
okay,
He
okay.
just want to be out and about, be in the streets. I know this one girl who literally posts on Instagram every time she get a check, we going to the club. So it's a balance. Like it's kind of like a lot of girls are like that, a lot of guys are like that. So it's kind of like we just need some type of structure and unity so we can figure out what to do to stop letting this happen over and over again because both sides are being taken advantage
Mm.
of in the child support system.
'Cause you
I'm a
say
product of the child support
the
system,
white man is
and it's
basically,
really hard.
you
Say it
said
again.
the white man basically got us fighting each other while he played referee.
Like everything
Yeah,
else, clearly, like everything else, literally on every single structure foundation that the black community is going through, we are being put against each other, and the child support system is no different. It's a
gotcha.
literally exact. They literally playing the same handbook, just putting in a different section of which is going to be. We're going to put them against each other in housing. We're going to put them against each other with children. We're going to put them against each other in politics. Literally every single system, they doing the same thing, but they just using the same old card, just putting us against each other. It's crazy.
Appreciate that comment, brother. Be safe down there and be more.
Oh, of course, man. Y'all have a good day. Peace.
All right, God. Let me do one more, brother. That brother spoke. Let me get one more alpha male. I need another unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha male. Do we have another unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha male out there? Brother Bryson going once. Brother Bryson going twice. Brother Bryson, where you at, King?
Dr.
Peace and love.
Umar, what's good?
Peace and love. Where you at in the world, brother?
I can't see you, but I saw you earlier. I'm in the Bronx.
BX. What's your take on this whole child
Yes, sir.
support thing, brother? Are the brothers not responsible, or are the women just bitter? What's up with child support?
It's definitely a mix. I would say you got some bitter women out there who don't really, have their eyes focused on creating a real black family.
Yes.
But you also have some brothers out there who definitely don't even know what that looks like. So I feel like it's going to have to take some time for people to get educated to actually learn what a real family structure would look like.
Now, when it doesn't work out, though, why can't we agree on how much to pay versus how much time to spend with the child? Why is it always a lot of conflict involved? Is this just bitter endings, or you know? Uh,
Now that's simple. That's because you could use children as, pawns, whether it's an emotional thing, you could use them in terms, like financial situations. Children kind of get like the worst portion of failed relationships because, like the brother just said, the white man has a foot within the structure to put black people against each other, especially within the relationship dynamic. And you touched on this. You educated me about this on how it, goes back to the
yeah,
1970s.
yeah. What?
First of all, it's crazy. I'm on live. Not to interrupt you, doctor, but I'm on live with Dr. Umar
Yes,
Ifatunde
sir. Yes,
Oguntade.
sir. Yes, sir. BX, what up?
The Prince of Pan Africanism,
No
man.
doubt, man.
I tell you, I can't wait to meet you in real
Yes,
life.
sir.
Obviously it was real life, but I have been awoken by a lot of your education. You are the Prince of Pan Africanism.
Appreciate.
I tell everybody about you. People probably sick of me talking about
I
you,
appreciate you.
but much respect.
Thank
Much
you. Be
respect.
safe out there in the BX. We'll see each other soon. All
Likewise,
right,
sir.
brother.
Stay
Be
blessed.
safe now. All right.
Respect.
So, guys, let me know what you think and feel about the issue of child support in the comment section. Your thoughts about child support really matters. Let me know what you think and feel about child support in the comment section. Do you think child support have been weaponized by women against men over failed relationship? I want to know that in the comment section. My take simply on child support is this: child support should be a punishment tool for deadbeat fathers, for fathers that have failed to be in the life of their children, for fathers that have failed to take responsibilities for the children they brought into this world, for fathers that feel it's okay to be a baby daddy without taking responsibility of the babies they brought into this world. For fathers that feel it's good to sleep around and then distribute their semen all over the place, then fail to take responsibilities of these babies once they are born. Those kinds of men deserve to be taken to court to pay child support, and they should oblige. That's my take. On the contrary, for men that are trying their best, making efforts to be in the life of their children, like Tyrese Gibson, I feel the issue of child support should not come in. Why? Because he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's old enough to know what's best for his kid. He's being intentional about his child. Then child support shouldn't be a thing, shouldn't come to play, shouldn't be demanded. But if at all, as a lady, as a baby mama, your baby daddy is, trying, making efforts to provide, but is the provision is not enough. What is giving you, as an allowance for the child maintenance, monthly allowance for the child's maintenance is not enough. Then as an adult, I feel you should sit him down and then talk about it. Tell him to, raise whatever amount he's been giving you. Yeah, that's way the conflict of going to court and then involving the system will be trashed. Okay. Child support should just be for deadbeat fathers. That's my take, guys. So if you have another contrary opinion, simply go to the comment section and leave your thoughts. I'll see you in our next video. Bye.